Cartel, my people, my babies, my dogs, what's going on? It's your boys, man. You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Golden Ghost, and welcome back to the Golden Ghost Cartel Dude Baby Boy, man. Now today I have a very special treat for you guys today, man. Today I have a little guide video. Now guides are normally not something that I'm really good at, normally not something that I really specialize in, especially when when it's all said and done, bruh. I'm not really like a pro player. I'm not a top player. I always consider myself to be the casual tryhard because yes, I do sweat out these games. I would love to sweat out these games and like compete and stuff like that, but the fact of the matter is I do not put in nowhere near as much hours as I feel I should be in order to reach that top level of play, bro. And that's just the reality of it. The most hours I done put into was for like DOA, and I think like the most I have in DOA 6 is probably like, I want to say like 1,000 to 2,000 hours across all platforms since the game has been out in 2019. And that's not a lot in hindsight, bro, compared to like some of the, you know, the top guys, bro, that have got like, man, put years worth of stuff into that game, years worth of hours into that game, man. Me, I'm still, you know, I'm still learning the game just like everybody else, bro. So today I wanted to go over movement because I feel like movement is something that is always just a very important piece of every 3D fighting game, bro. Movement, especially in Tekken, especially in VF, even in DOA. I'm not too sure about Soul Calibur. From what I've seen in Soul Calibur, correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't really seem like there's much of like a wave dash or a Korean backdash or any type of movement tech. I think they have, I've seen something where it was like guard cancel wave dashing. So I think that was like a thing, but correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a Soul Calibur player, but I did ask a couple people and they said, no, there's not really a wave dash or a Korean backdash in that game. So this is mainly for Tekken, VF, and DOA. If you guys want to be able to do some Korean backdash or doing some movement, I got a way to help you guys out. So let's start off with VF because that's the game I've been grinding the most in terms of fighting games. I've been playing a couple games actually, but fighting game wise, VF has been the main game I've been playing recently. So main thing for VF, it's real simple. It's really not that hard to do. If you want to just do it, easy way to do it, it's just down back. You mash that and you get that, and that's normally pretty easy to do because it gives you a little bit more space in a regular backdash, and you kind of just cancel one to another and you can make you a nice little bit of space. Now another thing that I do, you can also do it forward too. Forward is, it looked like Vanessa giving a gawk right there. I gotta chill. Another method of doing this, doing a fast backdash is basically just backdashing and then sidestepping after the backdash. So back down or back up, and then just after you do up or down, you just do that into another back. You kind of get this. I'm mashing the step a little bit more than I should, but once you get a rhythm for that, you should be doing it. That's one thing about Tekken 2. Tekken has kind of conditioned me to do press down twice so I can get this sidewalk action going. But yeah, back down, and you kind of, if I can get it right, you kind of get like this little effect where you're doing that. More often than not, you're going to be in your opponent's face anyway, so a lot of stuff is going to be more relying on getting your steps or your evades, as it's called in this game. Get your steps going, and then really you want to just save your backdash stuff for just like quick oki, like backdashing into a launcher or backdashing into a big move that you know could probably get you in trouble if you did it up close, or if you're scared they're gonna do a wake up kick. You know, it's really good for oki, and that's just in my experience so far. I am still really inexperienced on this game. I only got 30 hours in it. I'm really inexperienced in this game compared to like others, you know. Tekken, I won't lie, I'm not very good at doing the Korean backdashes on Tekken or like the wave dashes. I don't play Mishimas like that, so I'm not really, you know, the biggest, you know, wave dashing guy. I kind of do what I do on VF. I just backdash into a sidestep backdash, and that normally typically, you know, that typically gets the job done at the level I'm at. but I don't even play this game like that no more, so that's kind of just out the window. It's kind of the same concept. I've just used it for Oki, but since Tekken is a lot more movement based in general, I think that's just something that you kind of have to have in order to create space, because you know, you create that space, you can create a whiff punish, because a lot of stuff in Tekken, especially in Tekken 8, you can kind of just, you know, get them whiff punishes and either get a heat engager or a launcher for half your health. Now for the actual Korean backdashing, from what I know for Tekken, it is back, quarter circle back, and then back, and then you have to leave like a little space in between them. But you have, it basically takes a lot of precise timing and stuff like that. It's really hard to master. I ain't gonna lie, you got to take your time with it, especially if you're on a different controller. It's like you learning certain things on a certain controller. I ain't gonna lie, doing it on hitbox is probably the easiest way to do it, or switch box, one of the two. But trying doing stuff like that on a controller, pretty difficult, not gonna lie. Trying doing it on arcade stick, pretty difficult. Got to build up the muscle memory for it. Kind of like anything, you have to build up muscle memory for it. But from what I know, it's pretty difficult to do in Tekken. Get that off, especially on pad. Quick little fun fact that you guys may or may not have known: the whole reason why Korean backdash even exists is because they was trying to circumvent for how stiff Tekken was as a game. The movement on Tekken was not really all that, bro. The movement for Tekken, it was just normal, you know, regular backdash and stepping and stuff like that. And the players figured that the way Tekken was, you know, as it was just too stiff. And Korean players found out a way to loosen up the movement a little bit. So now I don't have no surefire way to teach you guys how to do this, but what I do have is a game that anybody can play that will literally teach you how to do it without teaching you how to do it. This game is called 6N23. Now what this is, it is literally, you're literally seeing it right here, y'all. It is literally a game that teaches you how to wave dash. The game is literally teaching you how to wave dash. The game teaches you the inputs on how to do it. This game will teach you all the inputs, how to do the neutral, how to time it. It's literally exactly what it says, bro. You're literally playing a platformer. You're literally playing a racing platformer that the whole concept of the racing is to do the wave dash input. So beating this game and doing well in it, or getting a good fast race time, bro, depends on how good you are at wave dashing. I feel like this, and the reason why I also say this is good for Korean backdash is because Korean backdash is literally just the opposite direction. So I say, if you really want to learn how to do Korean backdash, if you really want to learn wave dashing for Tekken and stuff like that, and don't really know how, or not really sure how to get yourself started, or not sure like what's a good drill for you, I think 6N23 is a pretty good game to pick up. And shout out to Emery Reigns, bro. Emery Reigns is the one who introduced this to me while I was trying to work on this type of video. So shout out to you. And last but not least, bro, let's talk about a little bit of DOA. Now, if you want to wave dash on, if you want to do some wave dashing on DOA, it's actually quite simple. All I'm doing is quarter circle forward or quarter circle back, right? That's what's allowing me to fly like this. You just have to learn your timing on how to flick it. Best way I can tell you for this is treating it like a musician. You know, if you make music, this will actually come real natural to you. So what I like to do is I like to do things in rhythm with it. So it's really just about mashing that quarter circle back. You do it twice, you get a back step. Do it 3 times, you get 2 back steps, you know? And then you just do that over and over again. Now, the trick for this is, one, go into your controls, make sure that your side step is set to hold, punch, and kick all together, bro. You want your up and down to be your free steps. You don't want those to be the other things. So if you do that, you try doing this and you're gonna side step. Save your side steps for this button. You know. Secondly, as I'm doing these flicks, I'm flicking it from the edge of the down to the edge of the back. So I'm not like pressing into the directionals. I'm pressing them like at the very end of it. Press them into the very end of it. right? You just do it in a rhythm, you know? And once you get that rhythm down with the flicks, you'll fly, bro. You'll fly like that. Now, what's the use of this? Now, I won't say that movement is as important as Tekken. Not to say that movement in DOA isn't important. DOA movement is very important, but the movement in DOA is a lot looser. Some people will almost argue that the movement in DOA is almost too loose. But what makes this so special is if you're trying to create situations where you're trying to make your opponents whiff so that you can get a stun, or if they're like on the ground and you think they're going to wake up kick, or if you just want to, you know, set them up for like a long range move, you know, you want to set them up for a long range move or something like that, you can do that, you know. Or if you want to buffer, up a move, you know, like that's quarter circle forward kick. You can buffer that up from full screen. Throw that out. There's a bunch of different situations that you can really use for this, but the main thing is just to make your opponent guess, force them to make a mistake, especially when you're running a neutral like this and you're trying to bait out a move. You don't know what they're gonna do, or if you kind of just if you want to do something, but you don't want them to guess what you're doing. It's just a good way to mix people up and stuff like that from the neutral without, you know, just throwing out buttons in neutral. But like I said, though, for me, the most useful application of this is in Oki. In Oki, when they're on the ground, you think they're going to wake up kick, just go ahead and back up. Force out that wake up kick or bait out that wake up kick. See what they're going to do. See what they're going to do from full screen, and then you can just associate your game plan from there, you know, and from then you're cooling. It's multiple different ways and multiple different fighting games and 3D fighting games specifically to apply movement and do this movement and stuff like that. Hopefully this guide may have helped you guys in any sort of way, shape, or form to apply movement in different fighting games and stuff like that. Maybe if you're into Tekken and want to apply movement into Virtua Fighter, you have a way to do it. If you're into Virtua Fighter, might want to play VF characters in Virtua Fighter. Well, now you have a nice little movement tech to be able to do it. Matter of fact, yep. If you want that movement tech with Sarah on here, same strat, bruh. Same strat. Yeah, man. It's really nice to apply movement into your 3D fighting games, bro. And you'll be able to see, if you're not using it, you'll see the difference that it makes when you use it. I hope that the little tips that I gave you, the little tips and tricks that I've given today, will help you in whatever 3D fighting game that you choose to get yourself into within these three. Yeah, man, with all that being said, bro. Oh, and check out that indie game, by the way, man. If you're into if you're into wave dashing, if you're into doing Korean backdashes, want to get better at it for Tekken, I feel like that is a really good thing just for drill purposes. I feel like that is a really good thing. But yeah, man, if you guys enjoy this type of content, man, don't forget to leave a like, comment, share with your friends, all that good stuff, man. And as always, subscribe for some more from the Golden Ghost Cartel, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.